everyone? Shadefire here, and welcome to another Elden Ring video. So, I'm going to say right off the bat that I have freed myself from the curse of game-halting stutters that were apparent in the first impressions video. It turns out the one thing I didn't try from the Reddit thread of suggestions on potential fixes for stuttering was the one thing that was causing that particular type of stuttering. So I set my Windows power back to balanced instead of high. I think I had it set to high so it would stop turning off my hard drives when I'm recording, but I set it to balanced and now I'm not getting those game comes to a complete stop twice and then speeds up to resume to where it was. Now I'm just getting the regular, I guess, stutters that other people are experiencing in the open world, just frame dips without actually freezing the game. But it's playable now. It's so much more playable. And I say that after having done a cave with those stutters still being in place. So this is just going to be an exploration video. Check out some of the things that I have touched on but not really done anything with. I'm not really sure what's going on here with these worms. The guardian worms. They have a little eye on the front. But they're not hostile, and they are all apparently around this jail here. The Forlorn Hound Evergaol. Evergaol? I never know how to pronounce that fucking word. It's one of those ones I only ever read and never hear anybody say. But it means jail. So there's a boss locked in here that I think I can beat, so we're going to give him a couple attempts, and then we're going to go check out some other stuff, even if we don't beat him. He's kind of a mix of, like, Artorias and, I think, the Dancer from Dark Souls 3 in terms of how it fights. So it's a very feral kind of knight. But I'm guessing that these are a thing that are scattered around the map as well. They are literally just a boss arena with no dungeon you have to go through first. And there's one of those respawn points right outside, so you really don't lose anything by going in here because it, as you saw, it dumps your runes back outside if you die. We're going to give this guy a go. I've actually leveled up a few times now, so I've gotten a little stronger, upgraded my sword once, but I haven't really gotten any new equipment of value yet. Alright, let's give him a go. Also, I've noticed this guy seems to take a lot of damage from my quick sheath attack, which is good, because he's very fast. But he also does bleed damage on me. I gotta make sure to switch back to healing flasks. But yeah, he does bleed damage, so if he hits me a couple times, he's gonna get basically an insta-kill. However, he does seem very dodgeable. Also, I guess with the claw there, he actually functions a bit like the... what are they called? The boss that's just a bunch of guys in Dark Souls 3. Like, Watchers? Abyss Watchers, I think they were? Who were dedicated to Artorias anyway. But yeah, you can see there, it either gives you the option to respawn at a Stake of America or at the last Grace you went to. So this one's right here, just outside the arena. But yeah, I think I can beat this guy. I'm not going to try too many times, though. I still haven't beat the Tree Sentinel because he seems to just hit too hard, too quickly right now, and he one-shots my horse. Because I was like, oh, it'd probably be easier to fight him on horseback. And it is, until he hits you and just fucking annihilates your horse. But I think you can upgrade the horse so it has more health and armor later. So, I'll come back to him. He still tanks the frame rate, though, even without the stutters. Alright, let's give this guy a serious go now. Get that free hit, but you can see he doesn't have a lot of health. He does, however, have teleports. I keep expecting him to have a big, like, Artorias leap if I get too far away, but he hasn't done that yet. He does this attack instead. That should have been a second roll. I've heard this very much described, this Dark Souls 3 style combat, as the roll twice combat, because you have to basically just roll twice to avoid every attack, because it'll immediately be followed by another one. The first Dark Souls really is more slow and methodic compared to where Souls has kind of gone after Dark Souls 2. Because Dark Souls 2 is kind of even slower and more methodic, and that was the thing that people took issue with, and that's why I think with Dark Souls 3 they went more in the Bloodborne direction of making everything faster. And then, of course, Sekiro was more focused, more refined version of that speed. I'm really missing the dodge in Sekiro, where rather than rolling, you would actually just kind of slide to the side, and then you could immediately kind of counter swing. That felt very good to do. Yeah, see, I cannot roll that third attack. I have to roll to the side instead of backwards. Also, I wish that you weren't always penalized for getting, like, the first hit in. Because if I try to just hit him, there's no stun or anything, he'll just immediately hit me. So you have to wait until he swings. Alright, this is going a little worse than it was before. I was feeling more confident before I started recording that guy wouldn't take too many tries. But another thing that a lot of people don't seem to really understand when they're new to the Souls formula is that it is possible to just kind of out-level these bosses and come back later. Especially here, where you can just fucking go wherever. You know, previous Souls games, you might have to actually just stay where you are and kind of grind against enemies. But here, if you're having trouble with a boss, you just say, alright, well, bye, and go somewhere else. And, like, the other place we're going to check out after this guy is just another boss. That's the little cave I explored already with my horrible stutters. And it's full of, like, gargoyles, but I unlocked the boss door, so... Oh, okay, that one almost got me. That was a really long build-up. Now, if I can get a stagger on him, we can do huge damage, but... it hasn't been working so far. Why is he just doing all these one-hits? Oh my god, that went right over his head. He's too short. Tried to side roll that one. I'm hoping you get something decent for doing these, though, considering they're just a boss in an arena. Like, I would want to get his gear or something. I haven't really looked much into the upgrading yet, so I don't know if it's still a case where you get, like, a boss item that you can turn into a piece of gear relevant to that boss. I don't know if there's still, you know, unique weapons like that. But that's because I haven't really found any gear. I've only found like one piece of armor so far, and it was from that guy down by the fire on the beach that I killed in the first impressions. Turns out he just respawns. He's not anyone special. Try to get a little aggressive there. Kind of worked. That quick sheath seems like it does more damage if you hit them when they're in the middle of an attack than if you just do it. I also don't know if you can do a heavy attack or if it does anything different. Alright, we'll give it one more attempt, and then we're going to go somewhere else and do some exploring. Apparently there's a dragon near here, according to an NPC, who's like, hey, don't go over there, there's a dragon, yo. So obviously, I want to go over there and see the dragon, even though it's going to be probably like every other Souls dragon. Oh, I didn't pick up my souls last time, did I? Runes, not souls. Yeah, I forgot to pick them up, so I lost 2,000, which is kind of shitty here, because that's probably like a level up or two. But I'm not too worried. That's just from smacking goblins and stuff around here. There's a giant crab nearby as well, and I really wish I could get to it, but I don't know how. He's just like way down below. So if you want a stance break, you really have to use heavy attacks. Okay, this one I know how to dodge. was a really bad one. Alright. Let's put him on pause for a bit. I just wanted to show him because that was the last thing I found before I decided to record again. Alright, so let's go back to that cave. I've basically found a bunch of caves, activated a grace in them, and then left. Because I was like, oh, I'll come back and we'll check that out in a video. But yeah, this area, or I guess this map, seems to be dotted with all kinds of little underground nooks. And again, this is not a very big dungeon. It's like a couple rooms, and then you open the door that leads to the boss. But this is like right just down the cliff from where you start. So through here is the boss gate. Hopefully this boss is a little more manageable considering that this is a very basic dungeon. Alright, what do we got? We got a tree. Bird Tree Burial Watchdog. Okay, it's a statue. A cat statue, but it's actually apparently a dog. Okay. Interesting. He's very robotic, very stiff. Not very fast, though. Oh, except for he can float. Okay, never mind. God damn. It seems like to balance out slow enemies that you could just get up on like this, they give them all AoEs now. Because typically the safest place to fight a big boss in Souls games is right up in their junk, like a Monster Hunter boss. That seemed like such a good opportunity, but I should have unlocked to get behind him. Because I knew that locking on was going to put me right into his fucking fire. God damn it. So definitely not going to be able to get bleed on this guy. Oh, he just keeps going. Very easy boss, though. Except that attack. That one's actually kind of hard to dodge. I should have just fucking shut up there. Very easy boss. Dies. Think we can get this one much easier than the other boss. Scarlet Rot. Sounds like toxin from the description there. There's also, I guess, just a status effect called Death, where you just die instantly if it fills up. Though, I suppose that's not that different from Curse in the previous games, which would also kill you instantly, and then would penalize you when you respawn. Alright, Burial Watchdog. Okay, so this first attack is really fast. But I assume, like, there must be a lot of bosses in this game compared to the previous Souls games. So, I mean, some of them must be pretty basic like this. Not that this is like a bad boss, it's just not fancy. You know, it's basically just a big statue. Okay, I don't think we can get an opportunity to attack until he stops doing the fire. Should have just used a regular swing. Ugh. Almost actually didn't get hit that time. That was a little more tracking than I was expecting. Oh boy. It'll fucking speed up at the end. Really, the only, like, advantage I have here is that he doesn't have a long-range leap. You know, if you get your distance, he can't really hit you. Again, why did I say anything? He fucking hit me with his longest distance attack right after I said that. I like that they just went with, okay, how are we gonna get it to get to them really quickly? Just make him levitate. I don't know. I do have a bow as well. Pretty sure it's not gonna do much to this guy. But I found the best way to use it is simply to keep it in my other hand and then try to quickly switch to it. It requires 2 button presses to go from fully using the bow to fully using the sword, which is a little awkward in combat. Well, let's give it a try here. Because I can do Mighty Shot, which I've never used before. Okay, back to the sword. Did okay damage. God, that attack is so fast compared to all of his other ones. Okay, he steps forward, does a slash. I hate that the fire staggers you like that. But yeah, I think the thing that makes this feel different from the old combat is that enemies always have a follow-up attack. That's not part of the same combo. They just will give you about 3 seconds and then they'll attack again. So it's not like, oh, wait him out and then you can get a hit in and he just stands there and does nothing. Here comes the big spin. Actually saw it coming for once. I wonder if I could actually finish this boss off with arrows. All right. Just don't do fire, and I think we'll be good. I didn't even have any of those. I'm out of healing, so I gotta be patient with this part. Noble Sorcerer Ashes. Okay, so we got a new summon out of that, which means it was worthwhile, because now we have a caster to support us. Anything else over here? This looks pretty important. This is like the Erd tree's roots eating people, which apparently is the only way to a true death, according to that one NPC. We also got an item. Nope, never mind. They literally just give you a warp out of here, which is nice. Another quality of life feature. Okay, so we beat a boss. Now, how do you feel about another cave? Because I've got another cave for you, which I did not explore at all, except for to get the bonfire. Turns out that stretch of beach where we went that had the horseback jump actually did have a cave in it by those 3 goblins, and I just kind of passed right by it. Okay, this is a summon thing. I still don't really know how the summon ashes work, because anytime I try to use them, he just does that I can't do it animation. I don't know if that means I just don't have enough MP. In fact, can I actually look at how much I have? I have 71 FP, and yeah, I don't know why it doesn't let me use it. I thought maybe you have to use the bell and it just summons whatever's equipped, but that doesn't seem to work either, so I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's a spell I have to equip? No, it's not in these lists. How much did I get from that boss? Just enough for a level, so put another level into Vigor. Just kind of get some HP at the beginning. But yeah, I wish there was a little clearer explanation of how to use these ashes, because I'm pretty sure there was one that popped up, but it just said you equip it and you use it. So I don't actually know how to look at those tooltips, if there's any way to look at those tooltips again. Anyway, let's explore this cave, unless it's really dark, in which case we're just going to leave. It looked very dark. Okay, this is the way out. There was that one guy selling a torch, which I would probably want for places like this. But we spent our runes, so it doesn't matter if I get horribly killed in the darkness here. There is a light up ahead. Cave moss. Oh, goblin. So these guys' thing is that they're really weak, but they constantly will call each other from nearby, so you have to kill them all. Is there any more of them? Cave moss. Doesn't look like... There's a lot of bloodstains here. A lot of people died coming down here. Man, this place sucks. It's so dark. Okay, that's a ghost. That's another player running around. What am I locked onto? That's really far away. How did I lock onto that? It'd be nice if one of these guys would drop a torch. But I think this might actually be the way to get to that crab, because I didn't see a way to get down there, so maybe this is just a path through the cliffside, and it comes back out over by... God, it's so fucking dark. Okay, we're back up where we started. Thankfully, there is a fire in this next room. More ovaries. Alright, what's going on here in the coastal cave? More goblins. Items. Probably some, like... Oh, that's new. Whatever that big thing is. It's like some kind of totem. Silver firefly. You think it saw me? It looks like they detected me. God, what is this thing? Well, there's a boss door up, so I'm pretty sure this is actually a boss? Or is that the way out? Nope. This is a boss door. Well, that's a chaotic boss. There's so many mobs in that room. Well, at least I know what these guys are called now. These demi-humans. I was just calling them goblins. That's also the way out. So I think if you kill that guy, The other ones down here will be asleep as well, so they won't actually call out to each other. Yeah, see, they're not doing a lot of damage because of my armor, but they're just beating on me constantly. Oh, got a Falchion from that. I don't think those bosses are very difficult, though. I think if I just, like, really aggro one of them, I'll be able to knock down his health enough. Also, wonder if they... There's a summon sign here. I wonder if that's for another player, or if that's an NPC, because it doesn't seem to differentiate. Normally, you get, like, the Bong Slayer 69 name pop up when you examine it. I'm kind of hoping that we can stealth this and get, like, a free hit on one of the chieftains. The dramatic music while nothing's happening. I need to kill his little friends first, though, because they're going to stagger me. Not sure where the other one is. It seems like he might be locationally triggered. Alright, that's those ones down. Oh, that's such a good attack. Okay, one chief down. Where's the other one? Is he still asleep? He came from, like, over here somewhere. He might have come running down the hall, actually. Okay, well, this area seems to be clear. I'm gonna take all these fireflies. I don't know what that is, but it's got a log on it, so I'm just gonna shoot it. Oh, it's a club. The reason I'm not using my bow too much is because I don't have a lot of arrows right now. So, I'm kind of saving it until I can buy a bunch, or craft some. I just wanted to kill the one little guy. The fucking giant arrow coming out of his head. Okay, well, again, this is a very doable boss fight. It's not even really a boss fight. I don't know why they didn't just make this a regular encounter. We could also do the traditional Souls thing and just ignore that entire group and hope that they can't come through this wall. But they can probably stab you through the wall if you stand next to it. Man, I hope the boss doesn't summon its counterpart. He's almost done. The one thing I don't like about using the Uchigatana two-handed is that the heavy attack is super slow compared to the one-handed version. Because the two-handed is like an overhead swing. That there. But the one-handed is a much longer range poke. So that's more useful, I think, than the two-handed. But the trade-off is that the two-handed you get more damage on the regular attack. Nothing to see here, folks. Also, those guys last time set off these guys through the wall, and that's why they immediately knew I was here. The boss actually does seem to stagger when you hit him, though. Like, I do seem to be interrupting his attacks quite easily. I feel like he has some moves similar to the werewolves in Bloodborne. I'm also getting overconfident with these guys not being that difficult, and I'm letting them hit me. Yeah, that doesn't delay his attack, it straight up interrupts it when you hit him. The old soul's greed. I was like, I'm just gonna keep hitting him before I run out of health. I wish I could use my ashes, but I don't understand why I can't. Maybe I can use them in the boss room? Or maybe you have to do this. It might be that you have to do that every single time, is activate that, and then it will let you use the summons. But every time I've tried to use it, it just seems like it's blocked. Unfortunately, I think I unequipped it, didn't I? Quickly. Take out these guys. As long as you got the stamina for it, you can just tank him through his attacks and not let him actually get a swing in, like he was doing to me when I was trying to use heavy attacks. Okay, let's try to summon now. I don't think we really need a summon, but I kind of want to see how that works. So yeah, he basically just comes in and helps you out. Though I wonder if doing this also increases boss health like it does when you summon NPCs in the previous games. It's a good way to get their attention and actually do some significant damage. I'm hoping the sorcerer will... Wow, he does really shit damage. I'm gonna say, I'm hoping the sorcerer will take out the minions. Or at least keep them busy while I'm hitting him. Nope, no surrender, you little bastards. He gave me tailoring tools, sewing needle. So, I don't know if that's clothing crafting or just, like, clothing repair. That sorcerer seemed kind of useless, but I don't know if they scale with you. Because in that case, it would kind of defeat the point of being able to summon a sorcerer if you're not playing a magic character, because then they're just doing shitty damage because you have no magic stats. So I'm not sure it'd be a good thing if they scale with you based on that, but I know you can upgrade them as well. One of the tooltips is like, hey, you can upgrade your summons using so-and-so item. This seems to be leading somewhere. I don't know what that is, but it made a clacking sound. Okay, it's just one of these guys. Moldering butterfly, so a useless item. Well, it's not that useless, it's for making fire arrows. Great, another dark cave full of these guys. String. I'm hoping this leads out and not just like even deeper into the cave. I'm not reading any of these messages. They're all just going to be talking about something finger butthole. Okay, we're outside. It's very bright. And we don't seem to be somewhere I recognize, so I'm guessing that we're near the crab zone. Alright, so now you're going to see a little bit of stutter as I'm going around, but that's just loading stutter, it seems, rather than, like, you know, hard stutter of whatever power-related thing was going on. Can I get up here? I can. Is there a reason to get up here, or am I just going to fall to my death? Someone placed a golden sunflower there when they were deving this. I don't know where I am. It seems a lot farther. Oh, you know what? I think I actually crossed to the other side from where I was. I think that's where you start right there. Which means I'm still not on the side with the crab, but I'm somewhere else now. Yeah, I'm on this little island. Is that the island I was trying to jump to? I can't see the boost pad. I think the crab is actually over there, like straight ahead. Oh, there's little crabs. So, it turns out it is worth killing the wildlife because they drop crafting ingredients. Or at least some of them do. I've yet to encounter this bear people have been talking about. Apparently, there's a bear somewhere, and he's very large and very surprising. But I haven't really gone very far from the start still. I've kind of just been traveling along the cliffside. Yeah, this is definitely the island, because there's the ruin up there. Well, hopefully there's something good on this island, or interesting at least. There really are just like all kinds of skulls and stuff everywhere. Though I've heard at least one NPC refer to this place as the underworld, so that would explain why there's so much death here. Like these goats, I think, drop bones, which you can use for making arrows. Thin beast bones. So it is worth killing all the wildlife you encounter at least once to see what they drop. Not sure what the beast liver is. I need to buy more of those crafting books from people. Because the guy in the church had to. There's like a dead dragon over there. Saw out of the corner of my eye. Also, I'm really glad that the HUD disappears in this game. It makes it so much easier to get like a decent screenshot, whereas before you always had the HUD on screen. Can't tell if that dragon's dead. It looks pretty dead. But there's a grace right here. Gotta touch grace, nerd. Have enough for a level up? I do. I'm gonna go with a point in dexterity, increase my damage. It could also be the sorcerer wasn't very good because those guys are resistant to magic. Looked like he was just doing regular, like, magic missile type spells. I don't know what these guys drop. I don't think I've killed one of them because I feel bad about it. Birds, on the other hand, drop feathers. Sometimes. Somehow, they don't always drop feathers even though they're friggin' covered in them. It seems like this shrine, though, is the only thing on this island. Sliver of meat. Great dragonfly head. Not sure why that's on just a random guy. It's weird that some of these corpses don't have, like, significant items. They just have crafting materials that you get from everything else. Something's making a mystical sound over here. Follow the sounds of magic. What is that? That definitely looks like an anomaly. Try rushing in. Bug ahead in short visions of precious item. Is this a twinkling lizard type thing? Somber smithing stone. Yeah, I guess it is. One of the Titanite lizards. There we go. Got some feathers. Got this shriveled husk over here. Okay, some crafting items for upgrades. I'm sorry, Tortoise, but I'm going to need to kill you because I need your neck meat. Oh, there's the old stutter. I think that was a hard drive thing there, though. I think you can also get a turtle shell. I've seen a picture of someone wearing a turtle shell on their back. They did like a Donatello character. The red headband and the green skin. Alright, and this seems to be the end of the island. Also not entirely clear why there are so many tortoises around the ocean. I think there'd be like turtles on the beaches and not tortoises. Tortai. I still haven't gone outside this first map square. So I can see how this game is going to end up being like 80 to 100 hours to see as much as you can see and probably still not see everything. So I think the plan is we're gonna check out this shrine, and then I think we're gonna run over to the swamp just to take a quick look, but we're probably getting up there in time now. I don't think we're quite at an hour yet. But yeah, this feels like a good game to just explore and chat. Like, I can see why this is a perfect kind of stream game. Even though in a stream you probably have 1,000 people just being like, go here, do this, go here, do this, check out this. Because people in Twitch streams can never shut up about where you should go or what you should see. Okay, we've got a covenant here. Or not. No, it looks like it doesn't work like that. Instead, I can just offer dragon hearts in exchange for dragon spells. Channels dragon to bite foes before caster. Okay. So if you want some dragon magic, this is where you get it. Guess there's always got to be one dragon that isn't trying to kill you or is already dead. So I suppose this makes it Dragon Island. Alright, now let's maybe go see a living dragon. Which is... Dragon Burnt Ruins seems a good place to start. Oh, there's a bridge over there. I didn't even get to that point. But yeah, this is one of the... let it all load in. This is one of the areas that... I'm gonna get rid of this fucking marker. This is one of the areas where I didn't really explore. I just kind of like looked at it, and I'm like, I should come back to that later. But yeah, the NPC, who is under that thing, didn't actually have like anything to sell. He was just like, don't go near that lake. It's got a dragon. I'm curious why there would be a dragon living in a lake. But these ruins are full of dudes, and whatever that is, it's a bloodborne dog. I probably don't want to be on my steed in here. Ooh, yeah, those are definitely the same stutters, but it took a long time for that to happen. That's just like a giant terrier. There was a bunch of guys in here. Maybe they're only here at night. Because they're walking around with torches. Also nice to see a swamp that isn't poison. Crab eggs. Even though this game apparently has a lot of poison swamps, according to Miyazaki. Okay, here's all the dudes. Rat. Okay, there's a stone sword key. So those are used to unlock, like, magically locked areas. I don't see where this dragon would be, unless he's, like, on top of something. Are you kidding me, dog? You can hit me from that fucking high up. Not what I meant to do.
Feral flame.
We're all talking about feral flame. What? Oh, come on. The torch fucking hurts you just by touching you? I mean, there's got to be something in their actual camp, right? I think he was trying to get away from me. That's why they just hold the torch out in front of them, so you just walk into it. So it seems like there is a ruin under here to explore. Maybe that's where the dragon is. Get out of here, pathetic hollows. Or whatever you are now. What's down here? Probably nothing good. A room full of rats. Okay, probably gonna have to stop playing soon to get rid of that stuttering. The general appearance of the giant rats has not really changed since past games. A treasure chest that's definitely not going to kill me. Not here. Poison. Danger. Okay. It just closed again. Ensnared in a transporter trap. Okay, but where's it going to take me? I like kind of wanted that to happen. Bit of a slow load, so it must be taking me somewhere far away. Maybe it'll just drop me right in front of the dragon. Celia, Crystal Tunnel. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Look how far that is. So if I open this, is it just going to teleport me back? Is this, like, the way to get here? We've got Sif's Crystal Hollows here. It says I can't teleport out here. Hello. Whatever that is. I was going to say Lobster Man, but he's covered in, like, skeleton arms. Wow, this is a bad-looking place. This is a bad scene. Yeah, it's like you have to hit these guys in the core, but you can't do that. Maybe that's not the core. Maybe he's just wearing a light. Ow. I think the Overseer came for me. Well, that's certainly a place. I don't know what that has to do with the dragon ruins. Oh no. It doesn't give you a choice to respawn anywhere else. I just want to see if this is actually... Nope. Never mind. It does not teleport you back, but I got a bunch of gravity stone, whatever that's for. So you really do have to fight your way out of here if you get teleported. I think I kind of have to just either backstab these guys or break their stance. Great. Yeah, we're back to this again. It was going so well, too. And of course, can't even get a hit on him because he's on a weird ledge. I like that some of them have, like, magical, like, thermal lances that they're using to mine. That looks like a giant walking stone thing with a bell. I haven't seen anything huge, like, off in the distance yet. Alright, so I think I'm stuck here until I find a way out. This is the trap, is that it traps you in this place until you can find a way out. So, I think that'll do it for this little exploration video. I'm sure we'll have another one. Still hoping the patch comes so we can get rid of the rest of the little bits of stutter, but it's a lot more playable now than it was a day ago. So, that's good at least. I can actually get some time in with it. So thank you for joining me, and I hope I'll see you back here in Limgrave in the future. But until then, y'all take care.